In Death Valley, a man enters a secure facility. This is a restricted area, but after a polite request, the guards decide to kill each other rather than stop the intruder. This is the Catacombs, the most secret prison in the world, built to harbor the most dangerous of criminals. With only a handful of inmates, this place, and these people, were imprisoned at a terrible cost. Until now. They are free, and at the call of the rescuer, they go off into the heart of darkness. Squad leader Rick Flag is upset to learn that Task Force X has been deployed into Badamnesia without his knowledge or involvement. Amanda Waller says this mission was short notice and she had to make an executive decision. Rick is also outraged to see that Killer Frost is out on the field, as she is new to the team and largely untested. Amanda insists that Frost is a survivor and her powers are well suited for this mission. A death cult has stolen a Quake pulsar from Star Labs, and they are planning to use it to destroy the small island nation. They are led by a man named Apex. The squad fights their way through the death cult, but this villain is able to use the pulsar to knock the entire team down. Apex says he hopes his team enjoyed fighting his men, for this is the last thing they will ever do. They're called Task Force X, a government-sanctioned team that gives time off on criminal sentences in exchange for their participation in dangerous missions. This gives the government the benefit of plausible deniability, while the squad is forced to take on tremendous risk. Hence the group's nickname, the Suicide Squad. Batman only recently discovered this team's existence after Amanda Waller tricked him and broke into the Batcave. The Justice League agrees that Task Force X and the idea behind it is fundamentally wrong. They know they must act, and Cyborg, using Batman's new information, is able to pinpoint a new lead in the small island nation of Badamnesia. There, Apex unleashes the full power of the pulsar, knocking the Enchantress out before Deadshot is able to snipe the villain dead. However, the damage from Apex's attacks causes the building Deadshot was shooting from to collapse, and with the group's sorcerer out of commission, Deadshot takes one last look at a picture of his daughter before accepting his fate and falling to his death. However, Superman flies in and saves the villain. The Justice League is able to secure the falling building and save many civilians before they corner the Suicide Squad. Superman returns Deadshot's picture, which he dropped. Lawton is thankful and tries to take his leave, but Batman announces that Task Force X is done. They ask that the Suicide Squad turn themselves over peacefully, or things are about to get very violent. The task force tries to explain, but Batman says they know what's going on here, and he points out that if it weren't for the Justice League, a lot of people would have died today. The villains feel this is unfair, they're not the ones that caused the earthquake, but both sides are well aware that the two teams are a little one-sided in terms of power right now, and when push comes to shove, the Suicide Squad is kind of screwed. Wonder Woman promises they will protect the team from Amanda Waller, but Deadshot knows that's not an option. There's a bomb in their brains. Waller contacts him and says he knows what he has to do, but the assassin insists that he wants to hear Waller say it. So she gives the command, "Do not let the Justice League take you alive, or you're dead." With that, the battle begins. Batman warns Deadshot this will not end well for them, and the villain replies that they are actually the one with the advantage here. Every day on the Suicide Squad, you have to assume the odds are against you. The Justice League doesn't kill anyone. But they do. Humanity is broken, and the people with the power to fix things don't know how. The world has changed. Something has happened. And they're going to take advantage of this. They're going to make things better. Their names are Dr. Polaris, Emerald Empress, Johnny Sorrow, Rustam, and Lobo. Maxwell Lord will help them kill Amanda Waller, and in exchange, they're going to help him save the world. Hello and welcome to Comic Island. My name is Arden, and this is my recap and review of Justice League vs. Suicide Squad number 1. Holy crap, guys! That was great! Close followers of our channel will know that I was optimistic for this story thanks to Rebirth's stellar track record so far. Yet in spite of reasonably high expectations, this comic still impressed me. While I understand the instinct to brush this off considering how we're coming off the heels of Civil War II and are kicking off X-Men vs. Inhumans, or whatever that title is, I really think this story is actually far more worthwhile than either of those two. For one thing, this really doesn't feel like heroes fighting heroes. Suicide Squad is not a team of heroes. It's a good old-fashioned brawl with a team of heroes and villains duking it out, although there seems to be some sort of inkling the two teams are going to have to work together to fight Maxwell Lord and his buddies. If that latter part is true, and the story seems to indicate as much, that does kind of feel boring, like a bit of a cliche, but I have a feeling there's more than meets the eye here. This comic is fun, and I don't think deeper analysis really has to go any farther. I enjoyed reading a nice bunch of characters, and they got the real Lobo back! Damn it! Rebirth is just so good. So many problems from the New 52 are being, or have been, resolved. And what's left is this great new universe for us to explore these fun stories in. Yeah, maybe it's testing ground for a future movie. So what? Who cares about that? This would make an awesome movie. I'd love to see a movie like this. And there is depth here. I like the part where Deathstroke just sort of accepts his death. This is the Suicide Squad, and this sort of thing is expected. In fact, that theme really underlies the difference between these two teams throughout the entire issue. The squad did not have a choice here in any of this. It was fight the Justice League or die. Win against them or die. They have everything to lose, and that's kind of the team at their core. In spite of the power differences between the two teams, which this comic even acknowledges, Enchantress and Killer Frost really even things out, and you better believe Waller has more tricks up her sleeve. That being said, I do like how Harley Quinn got teamed up with Wonder Woman. That does feel one-sided. We'll see how this goes. Regardless, this comic is pretty kick-ass. As the first Rebirth event, Justice League vs. Suicide Squad is rapidly shaping up to be great, like practically everything DC has done in the last several months. I recommend this comic, and only hope the rest of the series lives up to this issue. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoy our videos and would like to help us produce more content, check out our Patreon page. Supporters of our channel get cool rewards and perks while doing so. And finally, don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep reading comics.